Hello and welcome to Prison Architect. After all the unspeakable atrocities I committed against criminals, I thought I want to make up for it at least a little bit, so I decided to make the nicest and most comfortable prison imaginable. And to achieve it, I already set up the administration center and I made whopping 2.5 million by just, forestry. So by now I've basically been planting trees and waiting for the trees to grow, felling the trees and then selling that wood. But it works. But what my actual goal is, this is what this game considers to be a luxury sale. But that's not what we are settling for. Because my goal for today is supporting everyone with this monstrosity of a house. This has basically every kind of amenity you can imagine, and they have a computer, they own a television, and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure most of them are even having a step up from their previous life. So let's start building everything up. Alright, and finally it is done. It took some time, but now we are having a fully functional city with 100 flats, even a little garden area and a yard with exercising opportunities. All those really neat flats I'm actually kinda jealous about. And a fully functional city part with shops, a canteen, indoor training facilities, mail rooms, even a shop where you can work and buy stuff, and a workshop where you can get the money to buy stuff, and a whole lot of other things. Oh, and just ignore the dead bodies. Unfortunately, I had to learn something the hard way. My first idea was a prison without a wall, but for some reason the game doesn't let me, so instead of just putting the prisoners in their cells, they just left them in their shackles and they starved to death. So that unfortunately didn't work. So I put up an empty room and told them that's staff only area, but that didn't work as well. So I finally decided to put up a nice hatch with some open doors, and oh, there is already the first prisoner trying to escape. I'm sure this is perfectly... Oh, he has a chain. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. That bloody chainsaw means nothing. My prison is safe. Alright, I think it's a good idea if I settle for min security prisoners. So, let's just build all the cells and see how this works. Alright, and here we go. The first prisoners, which are hopefully not going to just starve to death or try to chainsaw other people down. Also, I want to make everything around the prison as comfortable as possible, so I have set up the time schedule to waking up at 7 AM, then 3 hours time to eat, and other than that, just free time and do what you want. Then 4 hours of either work or get some money for the shop or something like that, and free time. Then 3 hours of yard, 2 hours of shower or free time. I mean, yeah, some people have to be forced to do that. Another 3 hours of eating and free time. And this is still a prison, so at 10 PM it's time for lights out and get to bed. I also set up the policy to be nothing they could do. They won't search anyone. There aren't any punishments. So this is basically, yeah, even a bit less harsh than outside of a prison, I just realized, but I'm sure this is fine. And everyone gets to eat as much as they want. I'm actually even spending $15 per day per meal for every prisoner. So every prisoner gets to eat for $30 every single day. So I'm sure they will be happy. And 7 in the morning. So time to wake up and time for breakfast. So let's see how this goes. Well, until now it seems to be working actually mighty fine. The bacon is rather fast gone, but other than that, yeah, looks good. Oh, someone overdosed, but hey, you do you, this is perfectly fine. Oh, and another one overdosed just in the toilet. Yeah, you do you, that works as well. Have a great day. Out of sight, out of mind. And that's 10 p.m. and time to get to sleep. So that one actually went way better than I expected. I thought there would be some awful things happen like that chainsaw thingy at the beginning, but no, it's working pretty good. So that's the first day done, and those hatchers seem to be doing a great job as a fence, and even when the gates aren't locked, seems to be alright. Wait a second. An escapee? Indeed, excuse me? Someone made the effort to dig out of here? I mean, the doors aren't locked. You can just go through the door or through the hatch. You don't need to dig. And also, why would you want to leave? I mean, this place is better than anything I could even imagine. Well, let's just keep it up and see what else is going to happen. Oh, and another one escaped even through the same tunnel. I might have to take a look at it. Well, seems like... Wait a second. Dummy? Oh, I get it. That's just a basketball with a face on it. Yeah, okay, that actually fooled me. Oh, great. I better take care of it. As long as my prisoners are happy, I am happy. Another OD, okay. Nah, they can do what they want. I mean, they are grown up, so they know what they do, I'm sure. And he's dead. I'm sure he knew what he was doing there. It was intentional. Oh, wait a second, I heard that. What is going on? Oh, one of them tried to run away? Through the open door? We had a system. I mean, it's an honor system, but still. But we can always look at the bright side. We have many prisoners working in the library, many working in the shop, trying to earn some money. The workshop is buzzing, so I think we are not doing too bad. Even the classroom is always full, and oh, you just want to go? Okay, this is fine, you do you, this is perfectly fine. But all the others are having a great time and are learning for their life. So this is just as I imagined it to be. Just perfect. Oh, it seems a lot of our prisoners have a truck problem. They need more trucks. They are having a problem with trucks. Okay, I'm really trying to solve their truck problem. I'm having an infirmary which isn't even locked. They can just walk in and grab what they want. I don't know what else to do. No, don't you run away. Why would you want to run? No, stop it. This place is beautiful. It is heaven. Why would you even attempt it? But we are having bacon. Bacon laying down. Nope, that doesn't seem to work at all. And he is gone. He missed the bacon, his fault. Okay, they don't seem to respect the honor system of not stepping onto the quest. They don't respect the hatch. They don't even respect all that free bacon and the eggs I managed to get them. Oh, that's actually a lot. Yep. 30 people don't care about things like education and bacon. So 40 people. It's getting worse and worse. I think I have to do this a little bit different if I want to keep this up. They either manage to escape or are fighting the guards. So I think I have to do this completely different. I definitely got enough from this. Alright, and finally it is done. The maximum security prison with a 0% chance of escaping. The pun on this one is there is actually nothing left to do, so everything they can do is work in the workshop, be in the dormitory, take a shower, yeah, that's also over here. Once a day they get one meal, and the only thing other left to do is being in the yard for 2 hours a day and walking through gravel. And that's it. And that's all done thanks to all those brave workers except for one, who worked effortlessly day in, day out to achieve this glorious goal. So let's see how this prison holds up. Ah yes, what a beautiful sight to behold. Every single prisoner, every one of the 1080 places I have is going to be stripped, searched, and then is going to be proceeded into their cell under the watchful eyes of armed guards and snipers. So this time there is no way for any trucks to get in or prisoners to get out. Oh, and the dogs also seem to do their work pretty well, so we will see. Looks like this time the inmates are a bit less happy, but at least not a single overdose and not a single one who even attempted to escape, so I take this as a win. Oh, and the dogs. Oh yes, the dogs and the sharpshooters. And the dog is just going into there without any backup, but I'm sure this is perfectly fine. Yep. Looks like a shotgun is working perfectly fine. And once again they are back to being calm. Oh, would you look at that? There is a riot underway. Who's trying their luck? Ah, yes, I see. Wait, we are taking prisoners? Oh no, he's unconscious, so this is fine. And they're still trying to tunnel their way out. But this time, I am faster. No one escaped this. But on the bright side, we are still having bacon. I mean, this is more like a concentration camp than anything else, but I'm not a monster. Well, but it's actually kinda odd because I set the variety and quantity of the meals to the lowest possible, so I'm only paying $1 per prisoner per day, so I can't imagine how they are still able to afford bacon, but Oh, I get it. I don't want to think about it anymore. Oh, and it is shower time. No, this is actually just a shower and everything is good. Well, I'm by now completely out of money and I just saw there are several blood trails and pretty awful stuff going on. But other than that, it actually seems to work mighty fine. The prisoners are working by either, well, producing stuff in the workshop or by cleaning up the mess they are making. And yeah, I think this is pretty much successful in my opinion. Unfortunately, for some reason, they can't provide me with enough prisoners. I seem to run out of them faster than they can get me them, but we will see. Well, now it is official, I ran out of prisoners, so... to be honest, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, so... I think this kind of concentration camp also doesn't work the way I think it should, so let me redo it one more time, but this time my idea is foolproof. And the very best part about it is definitely everything I need is one single room. Alright, and my newest monstrosity is finally done. So, I can almost hear you asking, how is this supposed to be safer for everyone else than the concentration camp and better for the prisoners than the no security prison? And especially looking at how are 10 guards supposed to be able to deal with, well, this. And I have to admit, this doesn't look good and, well, to be honest, this also doesn't sound very good. But anyway, just give me a moment and let me show you the idea behind this. This is just brilliant. So, like you can see, the guards are transporting the more or less dead guys into the medical beds, and would you look at that? They go from dead to unconscious and slowly heal back up. So this means we can basically revive them, bring them back from the dead, and this way they keep shackled, can't do anything, and they will never die. Alright, and by now I managed to get more than $1 million, so I assume this is pretty successful. So basically just by ignoring all that poo and the blood and the screaming and oh yes, and by bringing the dead back, by resurrecting them somehow, I'm managing to do mighty fine. As stupid as it seems, but for some reason it works, and please don't ask me why or how. I don't know if this is a feature or a bug. And to be honest, I'm afraid of the answer. So I just take it as it is, so this is pretty much fine with me. And by now I managed to get 250, and I'm not going to fill everything up. This seems to be taking a lot of time, but I guess one day it would be full and I would, well, have pretty successful, at least financially successful, let's call it prison. Oh, this is awful. just hooking them up on life support and bringing them back from the dead, some sort of Matrix-like scenario, just instead of generating power for some sort of machine overlord, they are generating a lot of money for, well, me? Oh, this is awful. So while they die and come back from the dead, I think I'm gonna call it a day, and yeah, this is fine, I'm sure about it. Anyway, I hope you had fun watching. Also, thank you for doing so, and until next time. So have a great day and goodbye.